I have to say I really enjoyed Siem Reap, honestly more than I thought we would. We were there for 5 nights and we both agreed that we could easily see ourselves spending more time there, weeks, maybe even months. There's as much or as little to do as you'd like. Of course, there are the big ticket items, number one being Angkor Wat, and naturally, if you're in the area, you have to go there. It is a really incredible experience. It's one that I wanted to cultivate since I was a child and first saw images of Angkor Wat, so I'm glad we did that. Pub Street is really popular in town. It is sensory overload. It's a good place to get a 75-cent beer if that's your thing. And then, of course, you have the floating villages, which are also quite popular. Interesting to visit. One of the best sunsets I've seen in a while. But that's not all. Sometimes people are only here for a few days. They kind of tick the boxes and they move on, and they might not have the best experience. But some of the things that we enjoyed the most was just kind of enjoying day-to-day life in and around Siem Reap. The first thing that I really enjoyed was just being located near the riverfront. There's a beautiful river that flows right through town. There are walking paths on either side. There are several bridges where you can cross whenever you want. It's a wonderful way to start the morning. We enjoyed some morning runs there. Any time of day, really. It's shaded with trees, and it's just a real nice casual option if you're in town. Next up are the markets. There are plenty of shopping, especially plentiful in the Old Town area where they have their stands set up and they're open in the morning, serving food, getting your local produce, getting some fun things from the food stand perhaps, but also in the evening for any shopping or souvenirs that you might want. One day we just had a down day, which means that we didn't plan anything. And so we enjoyed just kind of walking around, getting lost in some of the side streets. We enjoyed a 2-hour massage, both of us, which was $20 total. Not too bad. And we even popped up to the War Museum. I would say for me, the War Museum was a worthwhile place to visit, especially if you're interested in seeing artillery or some of the machines that were used in the war. There's not a lot of markers or informational plaques. However, there is a gentleman there who is an Army veteran. He speaks very good English and he's happy to give you a tour. So if you're looking to get a bit more information out, then that might be of interest. The truth is, in the 6 days that we were there, I feel like we really hardly scratched the surface. There is so much to see and do, so much that we didn't get to do, that we might find ourselves back there sooner rather than later. One of my favorite things was just getting to know some of the locals there. So we had an amazing tuk-tuk driver. We met him on our first day. He ended up picking us up from the bus station and taking us to our hotel. He offered to take us to do some of the tour things like Angkor Wat and the floating villages. And Sun is just a tremendous human being. He goes by the name of Sun, and he really just radiates light and positivity. No matter what hour he was there to pick us up, he was there with a smile. He himself came from a floating village, and so it was just really interesting to get to know him, to support him as a local businessman, and really see what it takes to go from living in a more rural village to trying to be your own owner-operator as a tuk-tuk driver in the area. We 100% recommend him, so we'll include his details in our description of this video. Truthfully, I think travel is really personal and it's based on preferences. So I read a lot of mixed reviews and feedback on Siem Reap, it scared me away. Originally, we were going to come for 10 days around Christmas and New Year's, and I thought, oh, I don't know if we'll like it. And so we ended up pushing it off a little bit. But we found that we both really enjoyed it. There is some Western influence, so if you're looking for this rural getaway, then that's not the town. But there is some creature comforts which are nice, especially when you're traveling long term like we are. There's great food at very affordable prices. There's wonderful people in the area, and so I would just say come and check it out for yourself. You might be surprised what you find.